Good afternoon, Facebook friends. I'm WDHN Chief Meteorologist Scott Roberts alongside morning forecaster Mandy McQueen. We are tracking severe storms or strong storms rolling into the Wiregrass right now. Nothing has been severe for us so far in our neck of the woods, but we've seen some strong storms in parts of Alabama already. We were just looking at some reports from back home. Selma.
Yeah, a tornado warning in southeast of Selma was earlier. My brother actually just texted me some pictures there of some trees down over the roadways and some damage there, and also some power lines down also. So luckily though we haven't had that in our area, but
yeah,
parts
absolutely.
of Alabama are already seeing that. And I know, you know, we were talking about earlier, we saw that sunshine breaking through, and that's going to help.
Yeah, that's actually you know, it's been looking like a nice day. Let's check out the graphics right now. We'll start off with those temperatures. Why we were talking about the possibility of strong storms. These temperatures are in the 70s right now, upper 60s for the cool spots. So the storms are going to have a lot of energy to work with going through the afternoon hours. Live scan on Action Radar shows a few showers moving through the Wiregrass right now. The heavier, steadier activity has been and is remaining to the west of us right now, but that general movement is from the west to the east at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So that does put that main line that's along I-65 in the general vicinity of the western Wiregrass, Covington County. Within the next hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit less than that, but we are seeing some activity develop ahead of the storm. And because of a strong wind, if you've been outside at all today, Mandy, you notice that it's been out of the south and it has been pretty strong throughout the day as well. Those wind gusts have been upwards of almost 40 miles per hour earlier in the afternoon, but let's check out those current wind speeds.
Yeah, when I was driving, I could also feel the wind kind of shaking the car a little bit out there when we were driving back to the station.
Yeah, absolutely. And with a south wind at 20 miles per hour, that is transporting a lot of moisture into the region, and it's really not going to do much to slow things down, even with those showers already developing across the parts of the area. Let's take a broader look at what we are seeing as far as the broader system with what we are seeing. We have an active tornado warning right now for Montgomery. Those winds out of the south at the surface. Below, the winds have more of a southwesterly direction right along that line. That gives us enough of a bit of shear in the atmosphere where there's going to be some rotation, and that's why we've been seeing these brief spin-up tornadoes causing some damage for parts of the area. Right now, we do have a tornado warning just to the northwest of Montgomery, and we also had some in the Birmingham area, Tuscaloosa, and into Greene County earlier in the day, and also back to the west. In Mississippi, overnight, there were actually some warnings with this storm as it was moving through. The good news is that this is moving through during the day. That's a good thing because you can see what's going on. It's bad news because of the warm temperatures that we are dealing with, but this should be clearing out as we go into the later evening hours. We'll take a look at the high-resolution rapid refresh model, and this is going to show us sort of like an hour-by-hour detail of what's going on. I'm going to walk over to the wall. If we can pop that up, I want to kind of explain what's going on with this as it does move through. That line is back to the west right now along I-65, and it is moving to the east, and the air over us is very warm, and you can see that as this moves a little bit more to the east, it's really going to develop and kind of intensify a bit over the region. Now, advancing this a little bit more, Mandy, to the next time frame, an hour later or an hour and a half later, that's going to be right over us, and even with that cloud cover in place, those temperatures are going to be on the warm side, and we're going to have some very strong, intense bands of rain moving through with this line of storms, while those gusty winds and also that possibility of a few brief spin-up tornadoes with that wind out of the south, where these pinks and purples are highlighted on the map here with this model, showing some very intense rain possibly developing as we head into the early evening hours. And then as that does move through, the cooler and drier air will start to funnel into the southeast going into next week. And that's why we've been kind of looking at this, having the possibility of having some strong and severe storms for the better part of the last 5 days because of the intense cool down that we are going to be talking about, Mandy.
Yeah, that cool down, that cooler air going to be sucked in behind it, and that's when we're going to go down into the 20s on Sunday night on into Monday morning, and even that wind chill we're going to factor in. We've been seeing those wind gusts. Of course, today's windy, you're feeling that, but we're going to have those wind gusts. Then also, and that's showing some of our temperatures feeling like in the teens, so definitely chilly. And that's when you also remember the 4 Ps as we go into Sunday night on into the early morning hours of Monday. You want to bring in your pets if you have any outdoor pets, plants as well, and also remember people and pipes. Check on your neighbors and prepare your pipes also. And just going back to severe weather coverage for today, we do have, of course, we want you to have multiple ways to receive alerts. We're going to be here in the 18 Action headquarters here at WDHN, bringing in updates here for watches and warnings. But if you have a weather radio, we also have on our Facebook page and on dothanfirst.com, you can go there and see how to program that step by step if you don't know how to program that already. But we have a step-by-step video for you just to help you kind of get prepared as these the stronger line of storms continues to approach the Wiregrass for this afternoon and into the evening also.
Yeah, absolutely, and also that WDHN weather app is a great way to get those watches and warnings.
It's always good to have multiple ways to have alerts, and then also, you know, we will have tornado warning coverage, but you just want to go ahead and be prepared, especially with the wind gusts and everything. And also the other thing could be the possibility of some straight line wind damage also, and you don't really get a warning with that. You might get a severe thunderstorm warning.
Absolutely. Let's pull up the weather computer right now. You can see the tornado watch is off to our west right now, and the county's highlighted in yellow, but that tan color, say in Covington County, Pike County, and Barber counties, that's where we are seeing some slightly stronger winds. So there actually is a wind advisory that also is in place down at the coast as well. So we'll see either way some strong winds with this, and with some still a lot of tree damage around, especially down in the Panhandle, Jackson County, into the southwest Georgia counties as well. This wind will be strong enough to cause some additional damage to that, blowing around some of those loose tree limbs as well. So you'll want to be aware, even if storms moving through aren't warned, we're still going to have some concerns with that and possibly some power outages across parts of the WDHN viewing area. Live scan on Action Radar shows us that general movement right now from the southwest to the northeast, and that main line still back along I-65. And some of the storms that are developing over us right now, they're very low in the atmosphere, so that's why we're not too concerned at this moment of them turning tornadic. But there's certainly going to be some turbulence in the atmosphere and some spin, and you can see those clouds moving by very quickly. So it is certainly something that we are going to be tracking throughout the rest of the afternoon hours. Just going to check our Facebook live feed here. If you have any questions while we're doing these live feeds, certainly put them in the comments there. We'll see them and try to address any of them as we do go through these live broadcasts here on Facebook, and as warranted, we'll be cutting into programming on WDHN channel 18. So I think we're going to wrap this live video update wrap it up for now. You can track the storms all afternoon long on our website, dothanfirst.com. Just hit the weather tab, and there you'll find interactive Action Radar. We'll see you in a little bit.